Hey everybody. Oh boy, look at this. I've kind of moved things around here. Yeah. This is an interesting little, video, a little update to, I guess, explain a little bit about where I've been, what's going on, and so on and so forth. So there have been some really cool, positive developments. There have been developments. Yeah, things have changed in this world in a very interesting manner, I guess. And that's just the one constant there is, right? Change. That's about all that we can really bank on. Is good old change. So, yeah, let's actually clean this off so that we can actually see the car in its so quote unquote glory. Yeah, so some of the positive things. What have I been up to? I haven't been posting any car stuff lately. Yeah, I was trying to get everything ready to get the shop prepared next door. So things are kind of slowed down on that a little bit. No big deal. It's just trying to do my due diligence. So yeah, I haven't been doing a whole lot of work. It's been wintry kind of craziness. I've also been working on my feature film that I shot in 16mm film, and I've been spending days and days and days editing that and doing a rough cut of that. And honestly, that's just an extraordinary thing to work on. Not everyone gets to do something like that, and I'm doing this for no one else other than myself, and that's really an extraordinary thing to be able to do. So I'm trying to take advantage of that, and so as focus is, I'm not a very balanced person as far as being able to spend a little bit of time doing this and a little bit of time doing that and a little bit of time doing that. It's just very difficult, and I get very one-track mindy when I'm doing a task. And so a lot of my attention and energies have been going to that. Yeah, I've been wanting to get back out on the Lancia here, Lancia, and do some work. So I moved everything around in the garage to try and bring it out a little bit in a little more accessible area so that I could start working on it. One of my viewers, a friend of mine, up north, he's in like sort of Petaluma, Santa Rosa area. His name is Chris also, and he has a channel called At the Red Barn. And I met him on some of my Porsche forums a while ago, just because another fella had put a Subaru SVX engine into his 914, and kind of Chris was on, commenting on that forum, and he was sort of close-ish to me back then. And so I went up, and he was having sort of a fabricating get-together. Anyway, he still does really neat work. He's putting a Ferrari 360 V8 engine into a Porsche 914 project of his, and he's doing really an extraordinary job. He's very meticulous and very proper in how he approaches his projects. And so if you want to see someone who's making really good progress on a project, please go visit Chris at the Red Barn. Anyway, he actually reached out to me not too long ago, like a week or two ago, and was curious if I actually wanted to sell the Lancia. And that's like one of those things, it's like, I don't know. I still don't know. I'm open to talking to him about it, but it's a difficult thing to put a lot of time into something and then let it go. But who knows? Maybe it's for the best. I don't know. You guys can comment below and tell me what you think. I'm not going to listen to you. I'm a stubborn, asshat who will oftentimes do exactly the exact opposite of what anyone tells me to do. And so, whatever. I did start making progress working toward getting this all ready to work on, and I think I do want to do some more work, at the very least, on this, just to see where I'm going on this. One of the local things that you might not have heard about that did happen here recently, very recently, in the past couple, 3 weeks. And no one really, even in our entire community down here in Monterey County, really even knew about it. Back during COVID, I guess it was Governor Newsom or whatever green energy retard was open to it, but they got approached by, I guess I would imagine, PG&E and Vistra, V-I-S-T-R-A, Vistra Energy. And what they decided to do was they wanted their idea, what they wanted to do is put in a battery storage plant at a defunct, I guess, ex-coal burning, ex-natural gas power plant in an area called Moss Landing, about 8 miles from here. And as far as I understand, there was no public input on this. There was zero public awareness of it, really, because they decided to install apparently, from everything I understand, the world's largest lithium-ion battery storage facility at this location in Moss Landing. And, you could understand it. You could understand why they would want to do that. This power plant, historically, back in the day, was I guess the largest power plant at one point on the West Coast. It provided transmission power to just a huge area. And so you can understand, I understand the infrastructure is there for, power distribution and stuff like that. And, coal-fired power plants are not, loved really much anymore these days. But the way Vistra went about it was they just basically gutted, apparently, the old power plant building, this huge warehouse, concrete warehouse, and decided to stack, from what I understand and what all the information out there is saying, are these lithium-ion batteries made by the Korean company LG. And they decided to install 100,000 of these very large lithium-ion battery cells. And the lithium-ion battery cells are like, the same thing in a phone or in a little power tool, a little screw gun. And you've heard about, well, I don't know if I'm saying that you have, but I've heard a number of stories back in the day about these lithium-ion packs getting hot, either like during charging or whatever, and then kind of going into thermal runaway and either burning up or exploding. And that's happened to cell phone batteries, it's happened to power tools, it's happened to cars and buses and stuff, just kind of around the world. It happens. It's a pretty extraordinary event when it does happen because you can't put out the fire. That's why a lot of these, EV cars that just have these lithium-ion battery packs in them, when they're hit in an accident, the insurance doesn't know what to do with them because it's a massive liability if this battery pack is damaged or compromised in any way, because it can go up at a later date and just, if it's parked in your garage, it can go up and incinerate your house or incinerate the people in the car or whatever. It's a hazard, it's a developing technology, and there are safer batteries that are designed. They won't be as possibly energy intensive like lithium phosphate or even other, lead acid batteries, storage batteries, but so they decided to go with these LG batteries. And 100,000 of them were all packed together in the same room, in the same massive warehouse. They weren't segregated, they weren't compartmentalized. And also, from what I understand, there has been some issues in the past 4 years or whatever since the facility was built. And anyway, 3 weeks ago, the place just fucking went up. And these lithium-ion batteries have cobalt, manganese, lithium, heavy metals, nickel, and all of these heavy metals are toxic and bad for human beings. And this battery storage plant facility was located next to a nature preserve. It's called the Elkhorn Slough, and it's a massive nature preserve. There's the surrounding area, Castroville, Salinas area, this is all the Central Valley here, Central Coast. It's known as America's salad bowl because everything is grown here for your consumption in the United States. Salad, like lettuce greens, broccoli, cauliflower, berries, asparagus, artichokes, all of that stuff grown here. Anyway, this plant went up, and all these batteries, initially 70% of the batteries that they estimated, infernoed into the air, releasing also hydrogen fluoride gas in the combustion. And hydrogen fluoride is a super, super toxic gas that when it's mixed with water vapor or water, it becomes hydrofluoric acid. Hydrofluoric acid it's almost anything involving fluoride in an acid form is incredibly caustic. It will melt glass. You can't contain it. You can't put it in a glass beaker because it will eat through the beaker. So hydrogen fluoride gas dispersed all around us, along with this mushroom cloud of heavy metals distributed everywhere. And the local officials, they really do not want this to get out. They don't want the tourism to get killed. They don't want the agribusiness to get killed, the industry. Vistra Energy and PG&E, they don't want the whole green energy to get killed. And so they are really tamping down on this, with the EPA saying, "Oh no, everything's fine. Oh, there's no impact. There's fine to breathe." And hundreds and hundreds of people around here are sick. And it's kind of a shit show, honestly. So that's one of the less positive things that has occurred in my life. And that's been taking energy away from doing this kind of stuff, because we've had to stay in our houses with the windows closed. We've evacuated a couple of times, and it's kind of a shit show. So I'm not, bemoaning my lot in life, but have you really even heard anything about this? Anything? It hasn't, to my knowledge, it hasn't really been put on the national news at all. And they're doing a real good job of keeping it quiet. So, anyway, we're dealing with that. Anyway, so back to the video at hand. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell in the back here, I've got this old rusty hood, and I've got two other hoods, and I've got two engine deck lids, and I've got a bunch of sail panels. I've got 4 additional doors to the ones that are already on the car. And so yeah, I've amassed myself a nice amount of parts to go along with this project. And so I'm trying to figure out what I need to do next. And I'm thinking that I need to go ahead and do these coilover shocks that I've wanted to fabricate, along with the exhaust system. So we're going to be doing those in the next couple of episodes. But I wanted to kind of give you, a primer as to what's going on, and an update as to why I haven't been around. Oh, and you wanna see something neat? And this is also why I don't want to sell the car, is because I got this to work on it. How does that look? Okay, yeah. All right. I was kind of trying to hide it with plastic bags, so you didn't see it initially. But on Facebook Marketplace, a real nice gentleman, older gentleman who was working on his Austin Healey and whatever, he didn't need this anymore. And he was in the vicinity, like maybe a half hour away, and he was selling this Stratus lift for a very reasonable price. $1,000. I spent $1,000 on this lift, and I guess new. A lot of them were like $1,500. This is a really good model. And I know that most of them are just all the same Chinese thing, but I've been pretty impressed with how this was constructed. There used to be like on most of them just like one little caster on either side of this back one that kind of roll up and everything like that, and that's a lot of weight rolling across the concrete in one little point load. Spread between 2 points there, and oftentimes it can spall the concrete surface of your floor. Anyway, this setup, it has 2 additional wheels on either side, and so like a 3-wheel total, so it spreads the load and the weight out a lot better. Not that this thing has a lot of weight to begin with. But yeah, I'm 55, and I wanted something where also when I'm doing body work on stuff, instead of being on the ground or whatever, I can just work like this, or I can sit and work on it, or I can get under it and work on it. It's pretty freaking solid. Probably going to create some jack stand extensions just to make sure everything is carefully supported before I spend too much time under it. But yeah, it allows for a lot more ease of working on stuff, obviously, like doing suspension work or anything really where you need to get under the car. So yeah, that was kind of a gift to myself, which will hopefully be sort of a gift to this channel to help things move forward. Anyway, I guess really that's probably it for now. I guess thanks for joining me. I don't mean to bitch about, Vistra and those motherfuckers, but I'm kind of angry about them. It's just pure negligence in designing a battery facility that way. It's an incompetence as well. And I think it was willful negligence on their part. And because they have other battery arrays that they added to the property, and they're like the Tesla batteries, and they're way far away from that building, and each battery is on its own little concrete pad separated from all the other batteries because shit happens. Anyway, hopefully everybody's going to be okay. We'll see. But anyway, thank you for joining me. I'm trying to figure out if I should share any of the stuff from my feature film on my channel. If there is, if some of you are interested in my creative thought process and my film work and stuff like that, I will maybe share some stuff. It's the thing, you don't want to just give away your movie online for free and just have people take advantage of it. But if there's some interest on it, I'm happy to share some stuff with some people. Anyway, that's it. Hope all of you are doing all right. Sorry I've been away. Shit happens. I'm sure everybody is going through something these days. But I love you guys. This is still a pretty remarkable, beautiful world that we live in. And I think we just really have to fight to keep it that way and make it better. And not let assholes and assholes that run assholey corporations ruin it for the rest of us. Anyway, I love you. I'll talk to you later.